Imagine a remote self-controlled data center where your information is instantly transferred without a press of a button. This technology may sound impossible, but with QNAP's Turbo NAS real-time remote replication feature, information can be transferred after you create files, so there is no wasted time. Real-time remote replication is the ultimate time saver where communication and knowledge is spread to your friends, family, or colleagues spontaneously. A perfect use for this feature is when the company's headquarters data center has either new files or modified files that is updated to their NAS. When any changes to the files are done, the headquarters NAS detects the changes and immediately transfers the files to a remote NAS such as one at a branch office. Now there are two NAS with exact copies of the files. Not only can the headquarters use this feature to replicate files to remote NAS, but a scheduled backup can be set up so all data will be backed up to a remote NAS. Completing this setup will yield many advantages, such as replicate files instantly and continuously monitor changes. Your information can be backed up through an external drive by USB or eSATA. In addition, you can back up your data through NAS and FTP server by LAN and WAN, providing disaster recovery. The remote replication feature supports data integrity check, compression, and encryption. Then topping this feature off is the support file filter and policy control. This exclusive and powerful backup feature provided by QNAP, a NAS can back up new modified files immediately to another folder, remote QNAP NAS, or FTP server. This feature is also valid for local NAS or external drives. Also, please note that real-time remote replication is only available to QNAP NAS with Intel-based processors. In real-time mode, the folder that is monitored, also known as the source folder, is monitored if there are any new, changed, and renamed files, which will then be replicated to the target folder immediately. In scheduled mode, the source folder will be replicated to the target folder according to the predefined schedule. To set up real-time remote replication, first log into your NAS with your administration account. If the backup destination is a NAS, you must first enable RTRR server. Go to Application Servers, then to Backup Server, and then RTRR server. For FTP service, go to Network Services, then FTP service on the remote NAS. The NAS supports maximum 64 replication jobs. Each job supports maximum 5 folder pairs. To create a real-time or scheduled remote replication, go to Backup folder and the remote replication, select the RTRR tab, and then click Create New Replication Job. The wizard will show up. Click Next. Select the sync locations, and make sure the destination device have been formatted and share folders have been created. The NAS supports synchronize data from a local folder to a remote folder, synchronize data from a remote folder to a local folder, and synchronize data from a local folder to another local folder or an external drive. For remote replication to FTP server, specify the port number and if you want to enable FTP with SSL/TLS for encrypted data transfer. If the FTP server is behind a firewall, enable passive mode. Enter the username and password with read/write access to the server. Click Next. For remote replication to NAS with RTRR service, enter the IP address of the RTRR service enabled server. Specify the connection port and select whether or not to enable secure connection. The default port number for remote replication via RTRR is 8899. This doesn't need to be changed. Enter the password for RTRR connection, click Next. Select a folder pair for data synchronization. Select Add More Folder Pairs to add more folder pairs for backup. Each sync job supports maximum 5 folder pairs. Select the folder pairs and click Add, and then click Next. Choose between real-time and scheduled synchronization. Real-time synchronization copies files that are new, changed, and renamed from the source folder to the target folder as soon as the changes are made after the first time backup. Scheduled synchronization copies files from the source folder to the target folder according to pre-configured schedule. Check Configure Policy and Filter. You can specify the file size, file types to include or exclude, and file date/time to filter data synchronization. Enter a job name, click Next, confirm the setting, and click Next, and then click Finish to exit the wizard. Edit the replication job properties, click Options. Under the event logs, you can select Enable Download Detail Logs and specify the maximum file size of the log file. You can also select to send an email alert when synchronization fails or completes. In order to have this option, the SMTP server setting must be properly set up on the NAS. You can also specify the replication policy in Policy and filter settings in Filter. These will become the default settings for all RTRR replication jobs. To view the status and logs of the replication job, click this icon. You can view the job status of the remote replication and the job log of the tasks done by the replication. Download the logs by clicking Download Logs. The log file can be opened by Microsoft Excel or other text editor software. This button is only available after you have executed Replicate job once. Now your NAS is ready to use the real-time remote replication feature.